Bhattacharya from NIT Meghalaya to speak on practical Vedanta.
Namaskar. My pranam to Srimad Swami Gautamanandji, the President of the Ramakrishna Mission Order. My pranams to all the monks who are present here. And good morning to all the students who are here. It's actually my audacity to be speaking here. But again, when Maharajji gave me that order, believing in the ideals of Swami Vivekananda, I could not refuse it. The thing is, as Ajit sir said, I have been teaching physics for the last many years. I know a little bit of physics. I know half my topic, which is practical, but I don't know anything about Vedanta. So I thought I will teach physics or science, and let's see when I go along if I can pick up a little bit of Vedanta. So all those who have done any experiment in your life, you know, we always start it this way. There is an aim of the experiment, then the apparatus required, then there is a theory. After the theory, we have a procedure. With that procedure, we get some observations, and then using the observations, we come to some results. And of course, there are certain precautions we take when we do these experiments. So that is the procedure I will be following, trying to do an experiment. Now, we know air is all around us. But how do I know or prove it? Air is there. I have to do something, maybe blow like this. Once I blow, I know that air molecules will come and hit something has hit my hand, my palm. And I investigate, I try to find out what is it. I see that air is there. So, to perform any experiment in science, we do some disturbances. But the other thing we do these disturbances in very, very controlled atmosphere. We vary one thing at a time, keeping everything else constant. With that, let us see ourselves as the specimen under an experiment. If we are the specimen and we have some teachings of Swami Vivekananda, Swami Vivekananda says, Vedanta, no matter how grand the philosophy, no matter how intricate it is, its metaphysics and its epistemology, he says that it must be practical, otherwise it is all intellectual gymnastics. Today, we see a lot of people trying to prove their spirituality. I am this, I am that, I am a Sanatani. If I am a Sanatani, I will do certain parameters. Is that what Swamiji wanted? Swami Vivekananda says that fictitious difference between religion, spirituality, and our day-to-day life in the world must disappear. The difference that we have in going to temples or church or mosque only on specific days. What do we think? that Jesus comes on Sunday, Shiva on Monday, Hanumanji on Tuesday, Prophet Muhammad on Friday, and rest of the days they are on holiday? Or they are there. And if they are there, we have to imbibe them every day, every moment. And how do we imbibe them? Through our work. If we get to Bhagavad Gita, where was it disseminated? It was not given by a monk to his disciple. It was given by a charioteer in a very adverse situation when Arjuna decided, or rather he got afraid of the situation. Now, when you deeply look at Bhagavad Gita, you see it is called in action. It is not anything about metaphysics. It is about doing your action properly. And that is what is wanted. In Vedanta, inaction is condemned. Just think, if Arjuna had not been inspired, if he would have not fought that battle, maybe he would have resigned, he would have gone to Himalaya, but what would he have been thinking? What has happened? Has Yudhishthira survived? Has Dharma been restored? Is Duryodhan ruling Hastinapur? Or my brothers are there? Or my brothers are alive? So, you cannot get away from a problem and then think about it. You have to be in action to be a part of the problem and also be a part of the solution. Krishna defines yoga as skill in action. Yoga karmasu kaushalam. What we do as a practice of spirituality is we offer incense sticks, we offer prasadam, we offer flowers, but when it comes to really offering our services to the poor, do we do that? Do we realize that God has decided to come to us in the form of a poor, a destitute, a downtrodden? We easily forget that. We get obsessed with our own life. Nowadays, since I teach in an engineering college, I find students easily say, I have gone through something about Bhagavad Gita, and Bhagavad Gita says, फल का चिंता मत करो, काम करते जाओ. But we have to remember a very important point here. Who gave the instructions and to whom? Sri Krishna could have given it as a sermon to the people of Vrindavan. He could have told the whole thing at Mathura, but no. He decided to disseminate this entire information in a battlefield. And to whom? Arjuna. Who is Arjuna? The most skilled archer of his times. Are we skilled enough? Before we decide कि फल का चिंता नहीं करेंगे, are we skilled enough? If we do not study, do not prepare ourselves mentally, morally, physically, intellectually, and then we say फल का चिंता नहीं करेंगे, we will never reach success. That is the practical aspect of Vedanta, what I could understand. What again as a faculty I face, the moment a student graduates from class 12 and comes to for an admission, the parents will ask me, "Sir, my son or daughter got in mechanical engineering. What will be the package?" How can I say what is the package when I don't know your package? What are you made up of? And what happens in 4 years? What skill sets are you going to get? So, and this is happening with not only the parents, the students also. I want to study computer science because it pays more. But that is the wrong motivation. The correct motivation is, can I learn? Can I be a good engineer? Can I have good communication skills, interpersonal skills? If I do not have that, even with good marks, no company is going to recruit me. The student has to understand that skills, we have to be ready. And that is why we find that, suicides happen, depression, all sorts of negative things come about because we have deviated from the aim. The aim has moved from education, the aim has become your material wealth. I was just thinking, we have a lot of people here who are from Bhav Prachar. Why do we call it Bhava Prachar? Why not Karam Prachar? Why not Gyan Prachar? And as I thought of it, the answer was the attitude. The attitude of Bhava is what makes us do something good. If we change our attitude towards the world, if we can change our style of working, make it important. There are several examples. This example was there. There were some laborers who are making a temple. One of them was asked, "What are you doing?" He is saying that I am just breaking bricks and putting them in proper shape. The other person is telling, "I am making the grandest temple in the whole area." So you see, there is a difference in the attitude. Can we bring that change in the attitude? And this change in mindset makes the ideals of Vedanta practical. Swami Vivekananda puts it simply in few words: you are divine, that you are God. If you explore to the Khasi philosophy, to the words that evolved right here at Sohra, I found a saying, "Nala rin karpa rin yu nam thao." I am as old as the Creator. This spirit that existed here even before Ramakrishna Mission came. Does anyone remember that? Another very important saying of the Khasi tradition, "Kim Tibriu Tiblei," no man to know God. It is exactly the thoughts of Vedanta, exactly what Swami Vivekananda told to us. So, Vedanta is a method of step-by-step realization of the true nature of God. And with that, I think, as a physicist, I'll give a small insight into quantum mechanics. So, in quantum mechanics, we start with the model of atom. So right at the center of the atom there is a nucleus. And this nucleus has a lot of attractive force. Then we start building the atom by putting electrons. First we put one electron, and we call that the electron is the ground state. In this ground state, it is protected by the nuclear force. It cannot move out. It is like a child who is bound by his or her parents. Very similar to the concept of the physical body, the Annamaya Kosha. As we give more energy to the electron, it goes a step higher. Now it can behave more lively, it can move around a little bit, and it gets to the state of Pranamaya Kosha. Even higher, in the third and fourth states, what happens? The atom can decide a little bit. Shall I go up? Shall I go down? Or shall I keep going around the nucleus? A little bit of intellect is developing, very similar to the Manomoya Kosha. Then it goes even higher, and it becomes to a state where it can decide the fate of the atom itself. If it goes higher, the atom becomes unstable. If it comes lower, the atom becomes a transitional element. So it has a deciding capacity. So it goes to the Vijnanamaya Kosha, when it has the power to discern and discriminate. And then we send it even higher to a state where it can react with other atoms and create molecules, and these molecules will create semiconductors and mobile phones and whatever you desire. So it has reached that state where it has become effective to everyone. It has reached the Anandamaya Kosha. But we can give even higher energy, and it goes to a stage where we have given them the ionization potential. It has moved out of the atom. As it moves out of the atom, what happens? It loses itself in a sea of electrons. Its identity is lost in such a way that it doesn't know whether it is a particle or it is a wave. We reach that state where complete identity is lost, the state of Satchidanand. So physics has led me to understand this much. Swami Vivekananda says that this Satchidananda state is when we start realizing, we start serving. And to end, I again go back to another Khasi saying. It tells us, Ka bhalang, ka imlang. What you do it for common good. Don't be selfish. Think about the good to everyone else. Namaskar.